Yo, Truman, you there?
I was muted, but I'm here now.
We're live. Nice, nice. So I'm a total caveman. I don't know how the hell to work any of this stuff. So forgive me if I butcher something. It's gonna be bad.
Hey, I don't know how to work my stream either. So, and we're 3 years in now. So, you know,
Nice. Looks like we got your whole chat in here. I've,
yeah, I got the fellas. Let's go.
nice, nice. Um, so this is something cool. We kind of talked about this off stream a little bit for the past, I don't know how long. We've been wanting to do this for a while, and first time I'm ever going live. So if I butcher things, I apologize. But hopefully the audio is good. I know we uploaded a video the other day, and I think Truman's audio was bad. So if everybody in the chat, if you can spam a one if the audio sounds okay, let us know.
Ones,
Nice.
ones.
Okay,
Nice.
cool,
Nice.
cool. So something we're gonna do moving forward, I think, on the channel is, Truman, you and I every day just kind of jump in and talk about what the heck's going on in baseball and have some fun with it, and see where the heck it goes, man. Upload this to YouTube, make a podcast, and like I mentioned in that very first episode, just having fun and hanging out and talking baseball with everybody. This is
Exactly. We're just here to, like you said, hang out, talk baseball, shoot the shit, have a good time. Simple as that. Every day. Just some more content for you guys, man. Just shooting out content, and hopefully you guys enjoy. So
yeah, give people a place to hang out and chat, talk baseball. So
yep.
So as you can see at the bottom of the screen, we got you haven't even seen this yet, Truman, but we got the new stream thing going. All the different topics we'll cover at the bottom of the screen, but I guess let's jump right into it. It's gonna be kind of a short episode for everybody that's new. This will probably be about an hour, maybe 45 to an hour long. We're just gonna quickly kind of recap things and do this on a daily basis to cover the stuff that happened the day before. But so I was in your stream last night, and I think it was last night when the news broke of the Player Association trying to unionize, and what that's going to mean for minor league baseball. They're trying to make minor league baseball part of the Player Association, which I think is gonna do a lot of disruption. I think I don't know if it's really just sticking a middle finger to Major League Baseball, but this whole player, the whole minor league pay. It's going to be interesting if the minor league baseball players join the Players Association. How is this going to look? Like what? I don't even know what the hell the implications are. I don't really know much about it, but I saw it broke last night, and thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. You have to think that one of the reasons that they're doing it is, obviously pay of minor leaguers has been an issue for a long time, and now that the Players Association is potentially representing them, you got to think that that's going to be issue number one that they go over. Every minor leaguer in the world for the most part's got to get a damn job in the off season. So I'm sure they're trying to get it to that point where they can at least make a livable wage and and things like that. So
you think it's going to give them massive leverage over Major League Baseball? Like,
it's hard to say. I don't know. That's tough. I don't know. This is something that almost we just need to see how it plays out. I could see it going good or bad,
Mm-hmm. I kind of feel like you remember that movie? God, I don't even remember which one it was. It was some football movie, like The Replacements or something like that, where the players all went on strike and they had all these bums come in and they ended up having a really good season. I kind of feel like if you have a player association that's got all the minor leaguers too, you have more leverage where you can kind of go in now and say, hey, we demand this, this, and this, because there's nobody else to play. So
yeah, you can't, now that the minor leaguers are, a part of that. If they all go on strike, who are they going to call up? Exactly.
Yeah,
indie ball guys. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, did you play indie ball?
No.
You didn't play indie ball?
I was buns. No, it was awful.
Okay. Well, I've seen your swing at the blitzball thing, so I know. And we all know your base running.
PO!
We all know your base running, too. Oh, man. Does chat
But
know
no, I
anything
mean,
about that? Let's look at the chat. Maybe chat knows
yeah,
something
Chad,
about.
did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? The minor leaguers are going to become unionized essentially, potentially. According to this article, they took a historic step
Mhm.
last night.
It is the replacement. That's right. Yeah, yeah. Truman was nasty. Truman was definitely not nasty. I've seen
Demmer
him.
was my Demmer was my teammate, so he is full-fledged lying
Ah.
to your face right now. He is full-fledged lying to your face right now.
He actually, did you pitch when we were in Tampa? I don't.
I pitched when we were in Vegas and I diced those fools up.
Oh yeah, that's right. Did we wait? Did we even post that video yet?
Yes,
Yes,
I
we did. We did.
think, yes.
That's right. That's right.
Let's see. Then
What do we got chat saying? Not only the pay, but housing, travel is bad in the minor leagues. God, everything
exactly.
is bad.
I mean, they got like, and I know it's gotten better recently, but I mean, it's minor league baseball reminds me a ton of JUCO ball. Realistically, the travel is crazy. I mean, they sit on long bus rides and go play doubleheaders the next day. They drive through the night, doubleheaders the next day. Four guys to a room. The living situations aren't great, so it's it's definitely not ideal for professionals, which is what they are. So.
Mhm. It's going to be interesting to think what happens though too with the collective bargaining agreement and
Right.
how much is actually going to change, because I know this last go around they were fighting pretty hard and they were threatening to really not even play the season, but now you add
Yep.
this in the mix. I mean,
Yep.
it's going to be interesting to see what the fallout is on that.
According
And
to this thing, as far as the pay difference, um, it would take single A players from averaging $290 a week up to $500, double A guys from $350 up to $600 a week, and triple A guys from
wow,
$500 to $700 a week. So I mean, still not
so nearly
a
doubling.
ton of money. Yeah, it's not a ton more. I mean, but hey, more money is more money. So it's a step in the right direction. And, the fact that these guys might be able to make a more livable wage is huge. So,
Jeez. I guess we all don't have massive amounts of money to spend on like Mickey Mantle baseball cards, which is, I guess, the next topic. Did you see
oh
that?
my goodness. That unreal. I cannot fathom spending
What was it?
millions and millions and millions of dollars on a piece of paper, essentially, which is
Cardboard.
what it is. Yeah, a piece of cardboard. So, what was the amount it sold for? What was the number? Was
So
it 12.6 million?
$12.6 million. This Mickey Mantle rookie card. I think it was a 52 Mantle. $12.6 million.
Million dollars. How do I
Yeah.
get to the point in my life where I have $12.6 million laying around so I can spend it on a baseball card?
You need to hit baseballs like Mike Trout, or
Well,
throw a
there's
ball
issue
like,
number one.
or throw
I'm
a ball
fucked
like
there.
Otani.
Definitely fucked there too. Okay, well, I guess we're not getting this Mantle rookie card.
You're
Then.
getting
I
the
guess
Ken Griffey Jr. rookie
I'll
card.
yeah, I'll
Yeah.
get the MLB The Show Ken Griffey Jr. 99 overall card for 50 cents. But so this card originally sold, or it broke the previous record by almost double, because that Honus Wagner card that that we're all familiar with sold for 6.6 million last year.
Jesus.
Which is just absolutely insane.
You
And apparently it broke the record now for sports memorabilia in general, because based on what I'm reading here, I don't know what the hell this means. I'm not a soccer guy. But it bypassed the $9.3 million sale of Diego Maradona's famous Hand of God jersey. Don't know what the fuck that means or who Diego Maradona is, but so this is now the priciest piece of sports memorabilia in the world ever.
Jesus.
That's crazy.
The funny thing, and I might be completely wrong here, but I think what I had heard, the reason why that Honus Wagner card was so valuable was it was a tobacco card back in the days, and I guess, and correct me if I'm wrong here, you probably know this, but I think they had said something along the lines of like the tobacco company printed that card without his permission, and he didn't want to be on a tobacco product, so he requested them to remove it. So there was very limited quantities. Is that true?
Yeah, I don't believe there's hardly any of those out there, especially ones that are in, good condition anymore, cuz I mean that's the early 1900s. So, yeah, the rarity factor of that one is what makes it so valuable. Which I mean, I'm sure it's this case with Mantle as well. But yeah, you're exactly right. But $12.6 million.
That's
Think
insane.
about what you can buy for $12.6 million. I mean,
Jesus.
dude, come on now.
What do we got chat saying? What do we got chat
That's
saying?
saying Diego Maradona was a super famous football. Oh, soccer. I was like, wait, football.
Well,
Soccer,
football
okay.
is soccer, right?
Football. That hand to God play was that famous when they had the handball into the, like, he scored a goal on a handball and they didn't call it, correct, Everest? Yeah? Correct? I think I've seen that actually. I think from like the 90s or whatever, yeah.
Wait, what about the Tom Brady shit that just sold last year? What was it? His jersey or something like that, or the ball? Didn't that go for a ton of money too? Did that go for less than 12?
Let me see.
Go for less than 12 million?
Let me see. Let me do a quick little Google search. I
thought that was up there. Maybe not close to 12 million, but
let's see. The only thing I can find as far as Tom Brady goes is a $500,000 ball from when the Bucks won the Super Bowl.
That's all it was $500,000? Was that
that's the highest thing that I'm seeing for Brady.
Really? God, I would have thought it would have been in the millions, no? I guess not.
I would think so. I would totally think so. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting that now baseball has the the record breaking number for sports memorabilia. You don't really hear about football having, outlandish numbers like that attached to their sports memorabilia, from as far as I know, at least. I don't know why that is, but some dudes sold the football for that high because they thought it would have. Oh, okay,
that's
I got
right.
you. So that was okay because they thought Tom Brady was retiring. Yeah, that's
but
right.
I thought that was in the millions though. I didn't know it was only 500,000. That doesn't seem
I wonder if that was the initial one. That's the number that was popping up on every article, but I wonder if like that's what the dude bought it for and maybe he sold it for more. I don't know.
Didn't he give it back to, or didn't Tom Brady refund his money and give him a bunch of perks too because he came back?
I don't know, but I mean that's a good point though, because as soon as Brady comes back, that would, or like he did come back obviously, but really as soon as he came back, that immediately just diminished like any sort of value that ball had. It just became another touchdown of Tom Brady.
Which is still worth quite a bit, I guess.
Yeah, of course, but not $500,000 worth.
Yeah, they say it's pronounced Donna, by the way.
Maradona.
Gotcha. Maradona, tomato.
Maradona. Soccer fucking sucks. Regardless, just kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh. I guess we'll go next topic. What do we got for next topic?
Oh my goodness. So, this blew my mind when I heard this. So Hawaii wins the Little League World Series. Let's go USA. Let's fucking go. Hawaii wins the Little League World Series. The statistic that I saw, and let me just say, I didn't watch any of the Little League World Series. I used to watch it when I was younger, like when I was those kids' age, because I was like, dang, I want that to be me. Like, I wish I was playing on ESPN. This is so cool. I haven't really watched it in years, but the thing that I saw that blew my mind is Hawaii, from the beginning of all the qualifiers, the very beginning of all this, up to winning the Little League World Series, had a run differential of plus 55. They outscored opponents 60-5. They gave up 5 runs from the entire time that the whole tournament started, before they even got to Williamsport, whatever, through, winning the championship in mercy rule fashion, by the way. Well, unreal.
So were they that good, or was the talent across the championship just that bad?
I would think that they were that dominant, to be honest. They were playing Curacao in the finals, correct? I believe.
Yeah.
That team looked pretty darn good. I mean, they had some 12-year-olds that looked like, grown men on their team. So they had some athletes on their team. But I think Hawaii was that good. I really do.
I've seen some of the stuff. I mean, all their hitters look like they were just absolutely smashing the ball. They all look like they had great swings. And then the kid they had on the mound last night or yesterday for the championship, I tuned in, kind of caught towards the end of the game because it just looked boring. but he was pumping gas, man. He was like, it looked like he had to have been 6 foot, and he's only like 10 feet away from the batter, and he was,
That's what I was gonna say. They're 40 feet away, so I mean that's probably coming in at like the equivalent
yeah.
of 95 plus easily.
I think they had the little convert thing. I think it said 96. He was going at
Gosh,
74 miles
dang.
an hour, which the equivalent at Major League was like 96. And
That
I'm
is
like,
unbelievable.
yeah. And then this poor little kid, he looked like he was maybe 4'2", like 75 pounds, gets a base knock to the right side to score two to keep them from getting run ruled in, I think, the
Right.
fourth or something like that, or top of the fourth. Um, but yeah, they looked dominant from what I saw. But Jesus Christ, 60-5, like how is that? Like how?
That's just dominance. And I mean, Hawaii always, I feel like, has a good little league team. I feel like
Mhm.
it's just, it's gotten to the point down there where it's like that's the culture of their program. They set that standard and
Mhm.
they dominate. I feel like they're good year in and year out. Um, Clutch in the chat says some kid on Curacao was throwing 80. That's what I threw in college, man.
Oh,
I'm
geez.
awful. I was throwing 80 poo in college, and this kid's throwing 80 from 40 feet away. That's got to be like facing a roll this Chapman in little
Jesus.
league standards. That is ridiculous.
I saw
Uh,
some little kid from Curacao. It looked like he hurt his arm. Maybe he threw a pitch and then kind of like went down on the mound. I don't know. Did you see that?
oh no, I did not see that. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Hate that.
I saw something where he kind of hit the deck. I don't know if he blew out his elbow or whatnot, but it looked kind of odd. I got to do a little bit more research to see what happened. But I mean, shit, I'm a Tommy John survivor too. I blew out my elbow, but I blew it out my freshman year in high school. Threw a pitch, felt it snap. Everybody heard it.
Ah,
It sounded like a rubber band, but
ah.
I didn't hit the ground. It wasn't painful. It just felt like my elbow was warm and there was like liquid blood moving everywhere. It just was weird. But this little kid
Oh,
hit the ground like he was in pain. So maybe it was something different. I don't know.
I don't know. See, I didn't throw hard enough to hurt my arm, so I guess that's one benefit of absolutely not throwing gas. But I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, Hawaii dominated from beginning to end. It was an absolute clinic. If they only gave up 5 runs,
That's
and I
what's
believe they gave
incredible.
up three in the
Yeah.
in the championship, right? So they gave
Mhm.
up 2 runs before the championship throughout the entirety of the tournament. That
Yeah.
is absolutely ridiculous.
I can't help but think
Goodness.
that they either had just absolute dominant pitching, which we've never seen before, or the rest of the teams were kind of ass.
Either, yeah. I
Like,
mean, but I mean, shoot. I mean, if Curaçao's got a kid throwing 80 and they still put up 13 runs, I mean, their offense had to have been insane.
that's true.
They had to
Yeah.
have been able to swing it like ridiculously. You know what
And
I mean?
how far did you make it in Little League? Did,
See, and I was actually talking about this on stream the other night. I don't know what that looks like how you assemble a little league team that like goes to Williamsport. I don't know how that works. I'd never heard of anything like that from
Mhm.
Colorado, if that makes sense. I always just played like travel ball before I got to high school.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's like its own league and there's like one team from every state that like tries to compete to go to Williamsport. I don't know how that works. When I was young, I'd never heard of that. And I've never seen a
Mhm.
team from Colorado there now that I'm thinking about it.
Does that mean there's
So,
no good players in Colorado?
yeah, 100%.
Okay.
100%. Absolutely.
Okay.
100%.
Tryout based. I don't
Well,
know.
but like
There,
no, but like on like I've seen Wyoming teams there and stuff too, and I'm like, what? Like you would think Wyoming would be worse than Colorado, or like I've seen North Dakota there, like all these cold weather states. I don't
yeah.
know. I
I
don't
think
know.
back was it maybe, and I'm going to date myself here, but I played Little League long before you were born,
Uh
because I'm old. But there was a team here locally, or there was a Little League here locally in Aptos that made it to the Little League World Series, and this had to have been maybe 20 years ago.
yeah.
Um, it literally was just their all star. It was their all star team from their league that just went on, and they won the regionals, they won whatever is next, and they just kept winning all the different stages. So I think it's still like that. I think Hawaii maybe just it's from a small little league there.
Well, and
They won and they just
Hawaii
kept
probably has
going.
an advantage in that regard too, because I bet they just have one team and can just
True.
choose the cream of the crop from the state of Hawaii.
Instead
You know
of
what I
being
mean?
watered down. Yeah.
Correct, because like Ethan is saying, like in New Jersey they do an all-star team tournaments from different towns, then districts, then states, then regionals. I bet you Hawaii has one tryout for one singular team, and they just have a stacked team. They just choose the best 12 kids of that, that are that age in the entire state. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 little leagues in my little area here. So I can imagine how watered down. If you took all 8 of those little leagues and you put them all together and made like one super league, you probably have a pretty damn good team.
Oh, you'd probably have a damn good team. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Interesting. Yeah,
that's what that team from Chicago did a few years ago. That ended up getting like kicked out or like had to forfeit their title or whatever. They were like snatching kids from like other districts to build like a super team or whatever.
Is that the one that had like Danny Almonte that was like 27 years old throwing?
That's what I thought it happened. I thought it was like a bench because we were talking about this last night on stream as well. I thought it was like a bench warmers type thing, like Pedro, like I am 12, like from bench warmers. I thought it was like that, but apparently they were all of age. They were just snatching kids from like different that shouldn't have been on that team. Like you were saying, you have 8 little league teams in your area. They were essentially just taking the best from all 8 to make like a super team type thing.
That's called the travel ball team now.
Correct.
That's
exactly.
basically what travel ball is now.
It is. And that's what we like. That's what we have in Colorado. Like
Yeah.
So.
Huh. Interesting. What's the next topic? Zack Hample, your friend, Zack Hample.
My good friend, my very good buddy that I love so much. He's my favorite. He's the best content creator in the world.
Yeah. See what he did the other day at the Rockies game? I know you know all about that.
I wish I was at that game so bad. He was sitting in the area that we typically sit by too.
Really?
Shout out the great, incredible workers and ushers of Coors Field. I've never met one ever that is any sort of rude. They are the most incredible people. They're all very old. It's very clear, obviously, and I'm sure it's like this at every stadium, that it's like a retirement job. They probably just for fun after they retire, they be an usher, they catch some ball games. They're just the nicest old people in the world, every single one of them. And Zack Hample was giving one a hard time because he was told to sit in his seat for chasing a home run ball. Yeah, you pay for one seat, man. You pay for one seat. You don't pay for an entire row. Last time I checked, absolute clown. Absolute clown. We were talking about this the other day, but I haven't been a huge Zack Hample guy for a while because if you guys remember from I think it was like 6 or 7 years ago now, he weaseled his way into that MLB game at Fort Bragg. Remember how they did a game at Fort Bragg? They kind of like how they do the Field of Dreams game and the Williamsport game. They built a major league, type stadium on Fort Bragg meant for military personnel, and Zack Hample weaseled his way in so he could get one of the military appreciation baseballs for his collection in a game that was meant for military personnel only. And that's the moment that I lost the respect, and ever since then, he's a man child. He's a man child. It's as simple as that.
I'll put it this way: if you're over the age of, I don't know, let's call it 25. If you're over the age of 25 and you catch a ball and you don't give it to a kid, you're a piece of shit.
No. Hold on, 25? No. Maybe, can I down that to like 18?
18? Okay,
if you're out of high school, like a baseball should not be that big of a deal to you. That's my take.
If you're over 18 and you take a baseball glove to a game, you shouldn't be able to eat a hot dog and a beer.
Yeah, use your fucking bare hands.
Yeah,
like holy shit.
Yeah,
pop a blood vessel, no big deal. Just catch the fucking ball.
Although when I was a little kid, I used to love going and trying to go early to the game to catch batting practice home runs and stuff. That's what some of the balls up here behind me are. They're actual home run balls that I've caught during the games.
But you're a kid.
But I was like 14, 12, 14 years old.
Yes, exactly.
Not a grown man taking them from kids. Like, yeah, if you keep a ball and you're over the age of 18 and you don't give it to a kid or at least a good looking girl next to you, yeah, sorry, man.
Yeah. So Ethan actually brings up a very good point. I'm actually going to steer the direction of the conversation that way. What if it's an in-game home run ball? I think that's totally different. If I'm catching a home run ball, that's mine. Like, that's something that, like, I think that's cool to the point where, like, I would want that somewhere, and like, you know, I'd like want to write what player hit it. I think that's different. If it's like a
Yeah.
foul ball or like BP or something, yeah, you got to give it to a kid. But like an in-game home run, that's like I don't know that, like, what are the odds of that? That's like a 1 in a million type thing. Like, I'm sorry, but like, if I go to a game and Juan Soto hits a home run and I catch it like that, I'm keeping that ball for sure.
Really?
Yes, I am. I think a home run ball, I think that's different. I do think that's different just because, like, that's like a once in a lifetime, like, very cool type thing. You know what I mean?
I don't know
But
if I
like
want to go
foul
to a game with
ball
you
or
now.
like a meaningless ball, like, no, fuck that. No.
Unless it was Barry Bonds' 660 or whatever he hit that was worth like a couple $1 million. I'll
Fair.
fight somebody for that. But
Yeah, fair.
if it's just a regular home run ball, I don't know if I'd go to a game with you now, Truman.
I just think that's cool, though. Don't you think that's cool? Like, you
Well-
catch a home run ball. Like, what are the odds of that? You know what I mean?
But how old are you now?
I'm 25.
There you go.
25 was your initial age, okay? So
Yeah, but you bumped it down to 18, so now I'm sticking with 18. So yeah,
I did. I don't know, dude.
That's
it's
a tough one.
That's a tough one. I don't know. That's a home run ball is just such a cool thing. Like, that's just like, that's so. Like,
What if it's from
so
a backup
rare.
catcher?
Huh?
What if it was from like a backup catcher or somebody that like pinch hit and it was like a no? I
Yeah,
don't wanna say
that might be
nobody, but-
that might be a little different. Okay, well, I'll challenge you with this then. This will be what I challenge you with. So like, and I personally, I think this guy's cool. You're a Dodgers fan. He seems like an absolute cool dude. But Dodger films, right? I
Mhm.
mean, he like, that's not what his content is based around. Like Hample fucking snatching balls and shit. But like, I bet you that he probably catches all his home run balls that he gets in the bleachers, or he keeps his home run balls that he catches in left field. You know what I mean? Just to like look
Yeah.
back on as like a memory type thing. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, that's cool. I remember when I caught so and so's ball.
I don't know.
know?
I have. Let me see. I've caught a Ken Griffey Jr. home run ball, and I've caught a Manny Ramirez ball. But I was like, I think one was I was 12 years old at the time, and I think I was 14 another time. So I have a couple, but if I caught one like tomorrow and it was from anybody, I don't know if I would feel comfortable walking away with it. I mean, for one, if it's the opponent, I'm throwing that shit back on the field.
Fair,
right?
fair.
You're throwing it back on the field, or you're gonna get mugged in the parking lot or in the bleachers.
See, I don't. Yeah, I mean, at Dodger Stadium or Wrigley, yeah. But like, I mean, shit. Like I said, if it's like Juan Soto, like that's dope. Like that's awesome.
But you can always take a picture nowadays, right? Because we all have.
That's true.
we all
That's
have
fair.
phones so you can take a picture with the ball, and then you can give it to the kid sitting 2 rows
I
behind
actually
you.
don't hate that route. I don't hate that route about it at all because like, I mean, once I bring it home, like, yeah, it'd be cool and everything, but like, it's just gonna sit on a shelf and collect dust. That's
Like these
like,
ones.
so like, yeah, I mean, that
Yeah.
is a good idea. Just, you know, snap a picture, hand it off. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, Ethan's got a good point too. The guy has so many baseballs. Like, have you seen that picture where he's got like all the baseballs down in his basement and he like poured them out of a garbage can, or he's got like 15 to 20 of those big 5-gallon garbage cans just
Yeah, it's
full.
thousands and thousands and thousands of baseballs.
That's just,
like,
I mean, come on, give it to the little kid.
yeah. No, it's getting back on topic, I just think he's a bit of a scumbag personally. Not a fan. Seems like, you know, the world revolves around him whenever he's at an MLB stadium. I think the Coors Field ushers were doing their job, and I think he's an absolute clown. and I will say, I think 99.9% of Twitter, from what I've seen, agrees with that. So
How does this guy have so many subs on his YouTube channel? I
it's
haven't
all
watched.
kids. We were talking about that.
I
We
haven't
were
watched any
talking
of his
about that as
videos.
well. It is all kids. I guarantee it. Because he has a lot of like tip videos on like, you know, like how to like,
steal
you
a
know,
ball
get
from a kid?
baseballs. I guarantee you it's just a shitload of kids. It's gotta be.
I'm not
A
giving him.
shit ton of kids.
I'm not even going to give him the view. I don't want him to get any
No.
ad revenue.
No.
Yeah,
Nope.
Sorry.
Nope.
Anyway, so I guess we'll move on to. Actually, you know what? Let's ask Chat. If Chat
Yep.
caught a baseball, especially Ethan. Oh, Ethan's got blocked by ads. Is Ethan?
No,
on
he's
stuff?
good. He's got ad blocker. He's saying ad blocker's a W.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So in the chat, I guess let's ask everybody if they were to catch a home run ball, would they keep it, or would they throw it back, or would they give it to the kid next to him. Like I kind of want to see what the consensus is.
Yeah, what do we think?
What do
What's
we
the
think
move
here?
here? What's the move here? Fill us in.
We got all the stream element stuff going too. I don't know how to disable that crap because
Oh no, it's
I'm a
fine.
dinosaur.
It's all good. No, we can leave it on. It's all good.
Brazen depends on the
That's
player.
kind of how I feel. Because like you said, like if it's like a backup catcher or something, it's like, but if it's like Juan Soto, then maybe it'd be a
Yeah.
little different, you know?
So Ethan's a Yankees fan, right?
Yeah.
So he says he'd keep it because he doesn't have any. So what if it was like? I'm trying to think.
What if it was IKF? No, bad example because he literally has not hit one. So that would actually be kind of a cool home run ball. Hey, I caught IKF's only home run of
I've got
2022.
I've got one. I've got one specifically for Ethan here. What if Truman, myself, Ethan, and Patches are at a Yankees game, and Ethan catches a home run ball by Aaron Judge? Is Ethan keeping that ball or is he giving it to Patches?
He would give it to Patches. I already know his answer. He would definitely. Ethan's an S word that you can't say on Twitch. He's an SIMP.
Okay.
There you go, Clutch. Yep, you got me, Clutch.
What do we got? Grant says he's personally throwing it back and doming a player. But that guy
That's cap, Ethan. Don't act cool in front of people right now. That's cap. Actually, Ethan's shipping the baseball off to his favorite streamer in Alberta, Canada.
Now she plays Warzone, not MLB.
True, yeah, true.
Depends on
She's
the person.
taking it if it's Rizzo. Ethan didn't expect to come here today and get shit on.
It depends for me. I've been to 5 games, never had the chance for a foul ball from one because I've had seats behind the dugouts. Oh, weird flex. Okay.
No, that's sick. I'm jealous. But again,
dope.
like, if it's a foul ball, like, no, I'm not giving a foul ball. I don't give a shit about a foul ball. You know what I mean?
Shot.
Like,
depends on who it is, significance. If it's a foul ball, toss it.
Yep.
Yeah. See, okay. So I kind of agree there. Like, I remember when Bonds was doing that whole home run race, and like, I mean, do you remember that? You were probably what, 10 years old when that?
Yeah, no, that was actually like right around the time the Rockies were going to the World Series and whatnot. So I was all in on baseball.
Yeah. Do you remember how crazy that was when Bonds was going?
It was crazy.
Record? Like,
do you remember the dog pile when he hit the record breaking one out in left center and right, so wherever he hit it, and
that's funny.
AT&T.
I had a guy that I did some work with back in the days. He was a construction guy, and there was one fan that was sitting like 4 or 5 rows back, right in that little cluster of people, and he jumped over and like jumped on top of the dog pile and was like going down. That was actually the guy that I used to work with. I remember seeing him. I was like, holy shit, the guy just full sent that and like trying to get the ball. And the ball was worth a couple $1 million, right?
I would throw bows for that for that baseball.
I mean,
100%.
the ushers and everybody, and they had special marks on the balls. Like that was insane. That was such a fun time in baseball, though.
It was so iconic too. I just remember Barry, like he hit it and he stayed at home plate, like with the arms extended, like that. His son, the big hug at home plate. You know, like that was so sick, man.
I hated it.
I know you hated it. I know you hated it, but that was so sick.
Yeah. Ethan says if Aaron Hicks home run, he's throwing that shit back. Okay.
Oh man.
Nice. All right. So I guess excuse me. So moving on, I guess, to the let's talk real quick about the Savannah Bananas. What they got going on.
They're so cool. That shit's so cool that they do.
You've been watching that stuff? I've been kind of paying attention from afar.
I don't dive deep into it. They just are always popping up on my TikTok and stuff. I just like I watched a little like ESPN thing on them a while back. And it's just really cool how they're getting creative with the sport of baseball. You know, they're trying to make it as fun as they can in a day and age where, you know, we got Manfred, you know, trying to mess with pitch clocks and, you know, California tiebreakers and, you know, no shifts. Just, you know, Major League Baseball is trying to experiment with all this stuff. The Bananas, obviously, you know, are going just so off the wall, but it's so fun because they do stuff unlike anybody else. I bet that going to a Savannah Bananas game would be so fun. I'd rather go to one of their games than like a fucking game at Oakland Coliseum or something like that.
Yeah, but
You
at the
know?
Oakland Coliseum, you can sit 3 rows back because nobody's there,
Or you
right?
could go up to the third deck down the left field line and have some real
Yeah.
fun.
No, no, you can't go there anymore because they have ushers that are like patrolling.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, no, no fun.
Yeah, no, boo. No fun, guys.
Or you can sit there in
Um,
right field, all the drummers, and listen to them beat the drum the entire game.
that would piss me off
It's
if that
so
was in my
annoying.
ear all game.
It's so
That
annoying. I've been there. I've been there. I've been there, done that. It is the most annoying thing. It's just, yeah. You can't sit anywhere in the stadium without hearing those stupid drums, and it's the
yeah,
entire game. It's just
fuck
nonstop.
that as a player would drive me nuts.
Yeah, I mean, it's the idea of it's cool, but
Yeah,
it's a little bit much.
right.
It's a little too much.
Demer says I have ex teammates on both teams. I'm assuming meaning the Bananas, and I forget the name of the team they play, but
Mm.
and he says they get taken care of pretty well. Also, I believe it. That's
Mhm.
cool. That's cool. There again, I watched like an ESPN special and like they were interviewing the owner and everything, and he seems like a pretty like genuinely cool dude. Obviously,
Mhm.
it's on TV, so of course they're gonna portray it like that, but they really do a cool job. And like I said, I would love to go to one of their games. That would be
Mhm.
just awesome,
So here's a question for you:
Yep.
Is the Savannah Bananas, is their style of baseball, is that could you see that as the future of
No,
baseball entertainment?
no,
Like, could you see a
no.
league starting up with all of
I
it?
yes. I absolutely could see a league. Like I think of that as almost like the Harlem Globetrotters type thing. You know what I
Sure.
mean?
Hmm.
I think that if they were to expand in a sense, that'd be really, really cool. I think that like I personally think that should be the next step for the Bananas. Try to like they always play, yeah, Ethan said the party animals. Yeah. They play that same team every
Hmm.
game. They should try to create like a 10 team league, right?
Hmm.
Out of all the stuff they're doing. And make it into a real big thing. I bet that it would be hugely successful. It would get a
Hmm.
lot of publicity. I think people would genuinely pay attention to it. I think that would be awesome.
So you think like, I mean, if I start the like I put my business cap on right now and I start thinking about that, right? Like a lot of these leagues are ran off endorsement deals and television rights and all that type of
Right.
stuff, right? What if the Bananas got together, like you said, and created like a 10 to 15 team league scattered across the United States, found a couple sponsors because a lot of like right now, Major League Baseball does a terrible job of promoting the game across social media,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And
Yeah. Horrible.
that's where
Horrible.
everybody's eyes are.
Yep.
Like you can't. I mean, we've gone back and forth on this all the time, but the blackouts and media rights and
Yep.
all this and that, everybody's faces is in their phone. So why not, like, if the Bananas were able to strike a deal and like live stream games on Twitch or live stream games on YouTube, um, would that get more views than an actual like national telecast? It could be very, very interesting.
Potentially. I think it depends on the game, right?
Hmm.
Because like a Subway Series game in 2022, absolutely not. Like that series was incredible both times that they had their little 2-game mini series.
Yeah.
Um, if for whatever reason there's a Sunday night game of like Rays and Athletics, then yeah, I don't see why not.
Hmm.
I'd rather watch the Bananas than that. I mean, I'm not a fan of either team. I know both teams combined have about 12 fans,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. But again, I think it just totally depends on who is playing. You know?
Hmm. Well, as it starts to get a little bit more mainstream too, you're going to start to see some bigger names. And here's something else that
Well,
is fascinating about it too. I know you're going to go Josh Reddick, right? Because you
yeah,
see
that's
Josh
what I
Reddick.
was gonna say. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly what
Josh
I was gonna
Reddick.
say.
Eric Burns has played in it.
Yep. You're gonna
But
see more and more of that too.
how
The
about
more and more and more in that, I think.
how
I
about
really do.
could we compare it to, let's say, boxing, right? Like look at what boxing is doing, right? You got all these YouTubers doing these boxing events now that are getting tons of views. Could
Yep.
you get a handful of influencers that have big following, throw them on a banana style team and create a league out of it and make it like an influencer baseball league? Like that
I I
could
I
really do well,
totally
I
think
think.
they could, and I think that if I had to guess, I would be shocked if they're not already throwing that around. I
Mhm.
really would. It just makes too much sense, and I don't see how it would not be successful. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They are already inviting some influencers as well um
Yeah.
to play on the Bananas. Like I see like TikTokers that are like starting to like be invited to like play with the Bananas and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
um I it just makes logical sense to me. that they would expand, because I don't think it'd be hard for them. I mean, they're already getting ex major leaguers to step in and play. And like, I don't think it'd be that hard for them to lock down some nice endorsement deals, find some sort of partnership with like, either YouTube, TV, or whatever it may be. I yeah, I'd be shocked if they don't have some sort of expansion on the horizon.
Yeah. It's it is very, very interesting what they're doing. It's something that it goes against everything that traditional baseball is. They're just, what the hell is this, and the bat flips and the antics. And at first, when I watched it, because I'm an older guy.
Yeah.
I've watched it, and I love baseball tradition. I love some of the unwritten rules. I'm kind of a traditionalist, but I was watching this and I was like, oh man, my first thought was like, okay, this is ridiculous. But then the more and more I started kind of watching it, I was like, okay, like these guys are truly having fun. The fans are having fun. They're starting to develop a following, and I was like, okay, there's probably something here. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean that others might not. And
Right.
Everything's starting to change. And then something else, like we covered earlier, you start mixing in the shit show that's about to happen with the Players Association and the minor leaguers and stuff. What if Major League Baseball ends up having a lockout? What if I mean, could we see some of these actual baseball players going and playing for like a banana type team during the downtime?
If they had a league, I don't see why not. I mean, I don't know shit about golf, but isn't that like
that's what's happening?
That
with the
LIV or whatever is starting to rival the PGA to an extent.
Yeah.
So I don't see why not, right?
Yeah.
Plus, and again, looking at golf, like, and what's happening over there. Again, I don't know anything about golf. I'm not even gonna act like I do. But who's to say that like other professional athletes are gonna look at what's happening over there and being like, oh, well, if something were to try to rival Major League Baseball, maybe it's not a monopoly type situation. Maybe there are options out there. Because who would have thought that something would rival the PGA, right?
Yeah,
who'd have thought that something? Yeah, that's crazy.
The marketing department at Major League Baseball has got to be paying attention to what is happening, and they got to be looking at the bananas, going, okay, how can we take some of this? Because they're obviously, I mean, Major League Baseball's brand is what it is, right? You're not going to change that much, but you can start taking little things. And I mean, the argument for years has always been just media, like allowing people to share stuff, right? It's just it's gatekeeping all of the MLB content, putting it behind their paywall, but. Yeah, it's fascinating seeing all this new stuff come out.
And here's the thing about that too. If I go on TikTok or Instagram right now, I don't follow any Savannah Bananas players. I don't follow the Bananas themselves on any of my platforms. But they are popping up on my, my feed or my For You page, whatever it may be, way more than anything Major League Baseball related. From Major League Baseball themselves. I will see highlights from other pages, like from third-party pages that are not associated with Major League Baseball. But as far as like MLB versus Savannah Bananas, I see for every 99 Savannah Bananas posts I see one Major League Baseball post.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the heck's going to happen with that. There's so much new stuff coming. You look at, like, even we were going back to the PGA, it's kind of off topic. But you got the LIV, and then look what PGA just did. And they, Tiger Woods and Rory just announced that little short game series, or like making these little mini games and stuff just to compete. I mean, some of these big organizations I think are feeling the pressure of the disruption, and there's so much stuff coming right now. We won't even get into, like, what we were talking about in the last episode with the DAOs and, giving people community stuff, like the fan controlled football league, right? Where people are buying NFTs and they're able to call plays and make decisions on the teams and stuff like that. Like there's going to be, with blockchain and Web3 and stuff coming out, there's going to be massive disruption. And we've seen it a little bit, but a lot of people are not going to understand what's coming. And big organizations like Major League Baseball, I kind of always refer to them as they're a big ship in an ocean, right? Where you got smaller organizations, smaller boats are easier to turn than big ships. So Major League Baseball, it's going to take them forever to implement a small change where these smaller companies are going to be able to just run circles around the bigger organizations
Oh yeah.
much
Yep.
faster, and it's cool. It's really really cool to see what's happening. I love change. I love trying new stuff. I mean, hell, that's what this is all about, right? That's
Yeah.
Dugout Creative in general is about trying new stuff and seeing what works. And yeah, it's craziness, man. But I want to keep doing this, man. What do you think? Want to
I
keep doing
love
this on
it.
on
I
a daily
love it.
basis?
Chat, what do you guys think? You guys down to hang out with us midday? Talk about some baseball, more IRL type stuff. I know a lot of you guys are MLB The Show consumers. Um, we're trying to just get away from that a little bit and essentially just have a mini rundown, hang out, shoot the shit. So
And we're only doing this midday because Truman just woke up.
yeah,
I've been up for
I
hours.
Jeremy texted me at 10:30, and that was like deep into my sleep.
He was like, "Yeah, I just woke up. Sorry." And I'm like, "Man, I've already. Like, it's almost dinner time for me." But
Oh
yeah,
man.
no, I think. I mean, we've gone for about 50 minutes.
Yep.
Ethan says, "Unless he gets shit on." Ethan, come on, man. That's a given.
Hey, and Jeremy, I don't know about you, but I I'm always down for suggestions for the chat as
Yeah.
days progress.
Hmm.
Like if something breaks at like 7 p.m. tonight that you want to hear us talk about the next day, DM Jeremy or I. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but like if you guys have any suggestions that you want to hear discussed or want us to converse about, like I'm totally open to hearing what y'all have to say. So
Yeah, kind of looking forward to making this not just a gaming thing. I mean, it's been gaming heavy for a little while, but
yeah,
we've always wanted to do just baseball in general, whether it's
yep,
blitz ball, travel ball, Major League
right.
Baseball stuff, collegiate stuff, or gaming. So, yeah, man, this has been a lot of fun. So, I guess want to go ahead and end it. We're at 52 minutes. Kind of
Sounds good to me.
keep it around an hour
Sounds
long.
good to me. And shit, chat. We're gonna do it again tomorrow.
Heck yeah, man. Um, what time are you to jump on tomorrow, though? You're going to be asleep, aren't you?
I would love if we could get in the routine, and obviously I'll set alarms and shit. Would it work for your schedule if we tried to shoot for noon your time every day? Noon Pacific is a constant show time.
Yeah, I might be able to do that. There might be a
Like I
couple
said, if
days.
you're busy, obviously I totally get it. I totally get it. I mean, it doesn't have to be constant every day. It can move around and whatnot, but you
Yeah,
know,
let's. I got a couple ideas for some other shows too. Just so that the chat kind of knows. I've told you a little bit about it, but
yeah,
I look forward to kind of creating an episode where we talk more business,
yep,
the business and baseball, or I mean, shit, maybe that's even the name of it. Business and baseball, or
yep,
baseball business, or whatever. But it's kind of how I mind things. I just come up with something and just go for it. But talk about the business of things and being a creator, and go over different tools. And I'd love to even drop that contest where maybe we all pool together and help each other out, and have people submit baseball business ideas, and go over it on stream and walk through it all and give advice, and as a
yep.
big community kind of help each other, and maybe even help raise some money to help somebody kickstart whatever it is they're wanting to build. And I've got some crazy ideas coming up, man. And you guys are going to start to see a lot more of me. I've been quietly working behind the scenes, and I've been looking forward to starting to speak and get out there and kind of let everybody know what the heck Dugout Creative is. A lot of people didn't even know what the hell it was. They just thought it was the DCCL or a gaming clan. So won't even get into the Aggie stuff, right? With the travel ball and the
Oh my
draft,
gosh.
and
Oh my gosh.
I mean that was such a whirlwind, man. We had, what was it, five?
Five
We had
five top 10 picks.
Yeah, we had 5 kids drafted in the top 10 in the first round, like top 10 overall. I think we had a total of 9. I think there was 9 players from our squad drafted overall. So that was a whirlwind of a week down in LA. So
Mm,
haven't even touched into that, but gonna want to use the channel as just a way to talk baseball and bring the baseball community together. Whether you're a gamer, a creator,
yep.
a travel ball kid, whatever it is, of just a baseball fan in general, and kind of boost up the Discord a little bit, kind of relaunching things. And like we talked about in the last one of where Dugout Creative went, this is a little bit of a change of pace, but I think it's going to benefit, in the long run. I think making it baseball overall rather than just gaming. I want this channel to be a fun place for people to go to just shoot the shit and talk baseball. So
Yep. Yep. Love it.
chat. It was fun. That was
Thank you guys.
my first time ever going live, so I don't even know how to end the stream. That's how much of a caveman I am. But I'm gonna try to throw on some music, and we'll see you. We'll see you on the next one.
See you later. Thank you guys for hanging out. We appreciate it.
Yeah, even Ethan, we appreciate you.
Even Ethan. Even Ethan.
All right, we'll see you
guys.
guys.